Hi, welcome to Selcanty Academy. I did this video for 10th biology English medium students and competitive exam aspirants. I explained 10th biology important tables and questions. This table based questions comes under academic standard 4. See children, academic standard 4 information skills and projects. From this academic standard 4, you will get 4 marks in changed examination pattern. In annual examination paper, you will get one table. Below the table, there are 4 questions. You can easily write answers for 3 questions from the table. Remaining fourth question, you have to write your own from your conceptual knowledge. Children, see this video with attention. If you see this video with attention, you can able to write conceptual questions and answers. Finally, you will get 12 marks in the exam. I show some videos. By seeing these videos, I surely say you will get more marks in biology. See children, this video class 10 biology important multiple choice questions, 100 plus questions. By seeing this video, you will get 10 out of 10 marks in part B. Total lessons important multiple choice questions you will see in this video. You will get important marks by seeing this first lesson nutrition video. From first lesson uh, annual examination, you will get 1 by 4 marks. Approximately 10 marks will come from first lesson. I did 3 videos on this lesson. Children, you see these videos and you get more marks in 10th biology exam. Uh, this video on experimental, you have to get one essay question from these experiments. See this video and get more marks in biology. Important concepts and confused concepts. uh, to overcome confusion, I do memory techniques videos. See these videos and you easily remember um, major concepts by seeing these videos. And I do another important video, that is success mantra. By seeing this success mantra, you able to plan your examination pattern and preparation, and how to succeed in life also you easily know by seeing this video. See this video children and get success in your life. And very important photosynthesis chemical equation, how easily you can write. By seeing this video, you easily write the balanced photosynthesis chemical equation. See this video children and you will get more marks in biology. Let us dive into the content. Observe the following table and answer the following questions. When see the table, you recall it which lesson having this table. This table is enzyme table. It is present in first lesson. First lesson name is nutrition. Name the enzymes that act on carbohydrates. Tyline, amylase. Which digestive juice contain no enzymes? Bile juice. What are the enzymes that act on proteins? Pepsin, trypsin, peptidases. Name the enzymes that act on sucrose. Sucrase the enzyme. Name the enzyme that act on fats or lipids. Lipase. Which gland secretes the enzyme pepsin? Gastric gland secretes the pepsin. Enzyme is the correct answer. Next table. What are the products that are formed by the action of lipase? Fatty acids and glycerol. What is the other name of tyline? Salivary amylase is the correct answer. Which enzyme involved in the conversion of proteins into peptones? Pepsin, trypsin. Which gland secretes the enzyme trypsin? Pancreas. Write the parts of digestive system where the digestion of carbohydrates occurs. Buccal cavity, duodenum, small intestine. Which enzyme react on proteins and what are the products? Pepsin react on proteins and gives products peptones. Trypsin reacts on proteins gives peptones. Peptidase reacts on peptides and gives products as amino acids. Name the glands and the secretions which are opened into the duodenum. Gland is liver, secretions is bile. Pancreas is gland, secretions are the amylase, trypsin, lipase. In which part of the digestive system the carbohydrates are digested completely and converted into glucose? Small intestine. What happens if the salivary glands do not work properly? Carbohydrates not changes to maltose. When you eat food, we not feel the taste because Tylen, salivary amylase not work on carbohydrates. Carbohydrates not changes to maltose. Due to this, we unable to feel the taste. The bile juice does not contain the enzymes. Then what may be its function in digestive process? Emulsification, breaking down of large fats into small globules. What is the need of food to be digested? For absorption. Transport of the products of digestion from the intestine into blood through the wall of intestine is called absorption. Where is the digested food assimilated by blood? Small intestine. Where does the digestion of protein starts? Stomach. What are the end products of carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids? Fatty acids and glycerol, amino acids, glucose. Carbohydrates end product is glucose, protein end product is amino acids, lipids end product is fatty acids and glycerol. Next table. This is the vitamin table. It is also present in the first lesson. First lesson is nutrition. What are the types of vitamins? Water soluble and fat soluble. Name the water soluble vitamins B and C. Name the fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Who coined the term vitamin? Kashmir Funk. What are the source of vitamin B1? Cereals, oilseeds, vegetables, milk, meat, fish, eggs. What diseases is caused by the deficiency of vitamin B1? Beriberi. Write the symptoms of beriberi: vomitings, fits, loss of appetite, difficulty in breathing, paralysis. What are the symptoms of glossitis? Mouth cracks at corners, red and sore tongue, photophobia, scaly skin. What is the chemical name of vitamin B2? Riboflavin. What is photophobia? Intolerance to light. A boy is suffering from diarrhea, dermatitis, dementia. What may be the vitamin deficiency? Niacin B3. What is the chemical name of vitamin B12? Cyanocobalamin. A girl is suffering from the walking problems along with sprain. What supplement is she given? Sweet potatoes, groundnuts, vegetables, liver, kidney, egg. Assimilation of a lot of antibiotic lead to vitamin deficiency. Justify this statement. Synthesized by bacteria protein in the intestine. Assimilation of a lot of antibiotics decreases the microorganisms or kills the microorganisms in small intestine. Due to this cyanocobalamin vitamin deficiency occur. Which diseases is caused by the deficiency of ascorbic acid, scurvy? What is the chemical name of the vitamin A? Retinol. What is the main sources of vitamin A? Leafy vegetables, carrot, tomato, pumpkin, papaya, mango, meat, fish, egg, liver, milk, cod liver oil, shark liver oil. Which vitamin deficiency leads to the eye and skin diseases? Vitamin A. What are the symptoms of vitamin A deficiency? Night blindness, dirophthalmia, cornea failure, scaly skin. What is the chemical name of vitamin D? Calciferol, sunshine vitamin. What disease is caused due to deficiency of vitamin D? Rickets. Which vitamin deficiency can be prevented by intake of animal food or seafood? Retinol A. Which vitamin is called free vitamin? Calciferol or sunshine vitamin? What are the main symptoms of rickets? Improper formation of bones, knock knees, swollen wrists, delayed vision, weak bones. What is the chemical name of vitamin C? Ascorbic acid. What types of disorders are shown by the deficiency of vitamin E? Fertility related disorders. What are the symptoms caused by the deficiency of vitamin E? Sterility in males, abortions in females. What is the chemical name of vitamin K? Phylloquinone. What are the symptoms caused due to deficiency of vitamin K? Delay in blood clotting or bleeding. What are the main food sources of vitamin K? Green leafy vegetables, milk, meat, egg. If a student is facing problems in the vision, what vitamin supplement is prescribed to him? Retinol A, vitamin A. Radha is feeling difficulty in walking. Her wrist is swollen and also she has improper growth of bones. Which vitamin may be deficient in her? Calciferol D, sunshine vitamin. This table comes under transportation, third lesson. What is the relationship between weight of the body and weight of the heart? Directly proportional. Weight of the body, blue whale, elephant man, cold tit bird. Weight of the blue whale body is 150 kgs, 50,000 kgs. Heart weight also 750 kgs. Elephant 3000 kgs. Heart weight also 12 to 21. It is directly proportional. What is the relationship between weight of the heart and number of heartbeat per minute? Inversely proportional. If weight of the heart is more, less number of heartbeat you observe here. Cold tit bird have 0.15 grams of heart weight, but heartbeat is 1200. So it is inversely proportional. Which animal has the highest rate of heartbeat? Cold-tit bird. Which is the animal with the least weight? Cold-tit bird. Which organism has least number of heartbeats? Blue whale. 7 heartbeats per minute only. Which organism has the highest weight of the body? Blue whale. What are the animals that belong to aves in the above table? Called it bird. What is the weight of the heart in human beings? 300 grams. What kind of relation can you draw between weight of the body and weight of the heart? Directly proportional. What is the relation between weight of the heart and heartbeat rate? Inversely proportional. This table also comes under third lesson, transportation. What is the blood vessel that carries blood away from the heart? Artery. Which blood vessel can retain its shape when the blood vacates it? Artery. What are the blood vessels that carry deoxygenated blood? Veins. What is the major difference between artery and vein regarding the walls? Walls absent in artery, present in vein. In which blood vessel the blood pressure is high? Artery. Which blood vessel supplies the blood for oxidation? Artery. Name the blood vessel that carries the blood from body organs to the heart. Vein. What is the major difference between arteries and veins regarding the thickness of the blood vessels? Thick is arteries, thin walls of veins are thin. What may be the reasons for the thickness of arteries? A buildup of plaque in the inner lining of an artery. What happens if the walls are upset in the veins? There will be backflow of blood. What may be the reasons for thick walls of arteries when compared to veins? Since the blood pumped from the heart into the arteries flow at higher pressure than the blood in veins, which is the phylum that excretes through the water vascular system. Echinodermata. Name the phylum that excretes through the renate cells. Nematoda. Where do you find the flame cells? Platyhelminthes. What is the excretory system called in mollusca? Metanephridia. How do the protozoans excrete the waste substance? Simple diffusion from the body surface into the surrounding water. Compare the excretion in protozoans, porifera, and coelenterata. Simple diffusion from the body surface into the surrounding water in protozoans. Water baths almost all their cells in porifera and coelenterata. Name the phylum that excretes the waste through the green glands or Malpighian tubules. Arthropoda. What do you understand this table? Different organisms use varied strategies in excretion. What are the excretory organs in annelids and mammals? In annelids, nephridia; in mammals, kidney. Where do you find the metanephridia mollusca? What are the substances that are listed in the table? This is the alkali table. It present in fourth lesson, that is excretion letter lesser. These are the alkaloids: quinine, nicotine, morphine, cocaine, reserpine, caffeine, nimbin, scopolamine, pyrethroids. Name the alkaloid which is used for curing malaria. Quinine. Name the alkaloid which is used as insecticide. Pyrethroids. Which system is stimulated by the alkaloid caffeine? Central nervous system stimulant. Which plant pods are used as sedative? Morphine, cocaine, fruit pot used as sedative. What is the scientific name of the snake root plant? Rauwolfia serpentina. Which plant is most useful in the above table and also known as Indian herbal doctor? Nimbin. Which pot which plant pot is used as painkiller? Morphine and cocaine. This is the table present in the control fifth lesson. Name the two parts of the forebrain: cerebrum, diencephalon. How many spaces are found in human cerebrum? Two lobes called cerebral hemispheres. What are the three major divisions of the human brain? One forebrain, two midbrain, three hindbrain. What is the largest part of the brain? Cerebrum. What are the four lobes in each hemispheres? Frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, occipital lobe. Which part connects the two hemispheres? Corpus callosum. In which part of the brain is responsible center for cold, heat, pain, and pressure? Cerebrum. How many divisions are found in diencephalons? Thalamus and hypothalamus, two divisions. Which part of the brain is concerned with the sense of smell? Olfactory lobes. Why is pituitary connected to hypothalamus? Hormonal secretions by the anterior pituitary is controlled by hypothalamic releasing hormones that reach their target endocrine tissues in the anterior pituitary via the pituitary stalk. What is the function of hypothalamus? Master control center of endocrine system. Which part of the brain is associated with the hypothalamus. Thalamus associated with the hypothalamus. Which part of the brain connects the cerebrum and midbrain? The encephalon. Which part of the brain has optic lobes? Midbrain. Where do you find white matter and gray matter in medulla oblongata? Gray matter being on the inside and the fibers of white matter on the outside. Which part is located below the cerebrum and above the medulla oblongata? Cerebellum. Where do you find vasomotor centers in brain? Medulla oblongata. Which part coordinates reflex like swallowing, coughing, sneezing, and vomiting? Medulla oblongata. Which part maintains pouch? Cerebellum. This is the table of endocrine system. It is also present in the lesson, control and coordination lesson. Which hormone is responsible for growth in animals? Somatotrophin. Which hormone is responsible for the development of male sex organs? Testosterone. Which is the hormone responsible for the general growth rate and metabolic activity? Thyroxine. What are the gland located on kidneys? Adrenaline. What is the gland located in the brain? Pituitary. Which hormone is responsible for the growth of uterus and skeleton? Estrogen. Where is the thyroid gland located in the body? Neck. What are the functions of follicle stimulating hormone? In male, spermatogenesis; in female, growth of Graafian follicles, estrogen. What are the functions of adrenaline? Increase in heartbeat rate, rise in blood sugar, dilation of coronary artery, dilation of the pupil of the eye. Which hormone is known as fight or flight hormone? Adrenaline. This is the table chemical coordination in plants. Which hormone is responsible for germination of seeds? Gibberellin. Which hormone is used for ripening of fruits? Ethylene. Which hormone plays a vital role in breaking dormancy in seeds and buds? Gibberellin. What are the functions of abscisic acid? Closing of stomata, seed dormancy, promoting aging of leaves. Which hormone involves in the opening of stomata? Cytokinins. Which hormone promotes the sprouting of lateral buds? Cytokinins. Which hormone promotes the seed dormancy? Abscisic acid. Write the functions of axons. Cell elongation and differentiation of shoots and roots. Which hormone control the functions of stomata? Cytokinins, abscisic acid. Which hormone is responsible for promoting aging of leaves? Abscisic acid. This is the table present in the reproductive lesson. In this table based on mitosis process. What process does the above table describe? Mitosis. Which stage shows the splitting of centromere? Which stage shows the splitting of centromere? Metaphase. In which stage the chromosomes are seen prominently? Prophase. Which stage shows the pulling of chromosomes towards the poles? Anaphase. What is the stage in which the spindle equator is found? Metaphase. Which stage shows splitting of chromosomes lengthwise? Anaphase. In which stage nuclear membrane disappears? Prophase. What is the use of this process? The major purpose of mitosis is for growth and to replace worn out cells. What happens if this process does not occur? If mitosis does not occur, two things will happen. The organism will be unable to grow and it will be unable to replace and dead cells as well as be unable to heal wounds. The only way a baby can grow into an adult in through mitosis. How many cells are formed at the end of this process too? How are the chromosomes shared equally between the daughter cells? During mitosis, the chromosomes replicate themselves and get equally distributed into daughter nuclei. This is the table present in environment lesson. What are the factors that affect the migration of birds? Aquaculture practices. See here, plus minus. Plus means has influence on the mentioned problem, minus means has no influence on the mentioned problem. Here, before decreased migration birds, here plus is present before the aquaculture practices in the column of aquaculture practices. So, what are the factors that affects the migration of birds? Means aquaculture practices affects the migration of birds. What relation do you find between biological and physiological problem? Here, aquaculture decreased migration birds, population loss of flora and fauna, and silation flooding affects the aquaculture practices. What are the reasons for chemical problems? These four are the reasons for chemical problems: agriculture practices, aquaculture practices, industrial activities, human activities, all causes the chemical problems. What happens if dissolved oxygen is reduced in lake water? When dissolved oxygen becomes too low, fish and other aquatic organisms cannot survive. Is BOD, biological oxygen demand of turbid and nutrient rich water, high or low? High. People living in catchment area or Kolleru faced many problems. Why? There are many problems faced by the people of living around Kolleru Lake. One of them was the threat to the wildlife and sanctuary of the location. The birds and fish were on the verge of extinction. The sanctuary is covering around 300 acres of the area was in main threat with no rainfall. In the table, it is given that human activities affect the pathogens, eutrophication, and flooding. What may be these human activities? Agriculture practices, aquaculture practices. In the table, it is given that agriculture practices are reasons for many problems. What may be these agriculture practices? Preparation of soil, showing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting, storage. How do the aquaculture practices create ecological problems? Aquaculture practices creates biological, chemical and physical problems. This is the table present in ninth lesson, that is the environment lesson. When does the lake water spread area is more and why? In 1967, the lake area is more. How do you think weeds are more in lake? Eutrophication. Nitrogen and phosphorus are the primary inorganic nutrients responsible for the eutrophication of lake water. This is due to agricultural practices and aqua practices. What are the reasons for decrease in lake area? Aquaculture ponds, rice fields, encroachment. How do the above reasons lead to pollution? Agriculture practices, aquaculture practices, industrial activities, human activities leads to pollution. How was the threat to the lake due to pollution discovered? Eutrophication, toxic contamination, pathogens. What could be the reason for the migration of birds to this lake? Birds usually migrate to warmer places in order to rest and feed. Colliery Lake, in turn, offers ideal conditions for migratory birds to rest and feed, and some species of birds even stay back even when the migratory period is over. How do the aquaculture ponds affect the lake water? Pond and fence aquaculture feeding is the main cause of high levels of nitrogen and phosphorus accounting for nearly half of the total pollution and causing the reservoir environmental capacity to be exceeded. What may be the reasons for rise in dense weeds? Eutrophication. Nitrogen and phosphorus are the primary inorganic nutrients responsible for the eutrophication of lake water. This is due to aquaculture and agricultural practices. Are the changes occurred from 1967 to 2004 natural or man-made? What do you interpret from this data? Man-made. This is the table present in last lesson, that is natural resources. Observe the following table and answer the following questions. What is the total irrigated area in across in Vanaparthi? 3791. If one needs to irrigate all the land in Vanaparthi, how many wells would be required? For 25%, number of wells required is 155. For total land irrigation required, 155 into 4 is equal 620 wells are required. Though the number of wells is less in Vanaparthi, the area under irrigation is more as compared to Vadicharla. How is this possible? There are no alternate source of water supply as against wells in Vadicharla, whereas there is an existing tank that has been converted into a percolation tank so that the water situation is much better in Vanaparthi. Do you think the area under irrigation will change due to rise in population? Why? Yes, rise in population leads to over exploitation of resources. If you like this video, please share it and like it and subscribe the my channel Salkanti Academy. Thank you.